Hey guys, what's up? It's Absalam again. In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to make this bento animation right here in Figma. A couple of days ago, I shared this animation on my social media, and a lot of my friends were asking me, how did you make it? And because it took me a long time to get this thing right, I just thought, okay, let's just share it here right now. There are two steps to this thing: the design and the interaction. And since not everybody knows how to do bento design like this, I'll be showing you both processes. So with that said, let's get into it. Yeah. I'm just going to copy this for inspiration as an image, copy as an image. Yeah. So I'm starting afresh with you guys from scratch. Paste here. Yeah. So now you can see there's a grid in the background. There are these things here and there's text. Okay, so let's start. First things first, you have to know like okay, first things first, let me put it this way. You have to know when bent animation should be used should be used in your designs. And this only happens mostly in landing pages, marketing pages for SaaS businesses most times, where they want to explain some features and it's best using some visuals that will convey the emotion correctly. Convey the emotion or convey the benefit of that feature. This one says integrate with your favorite tools. What may want to work on may be different, but getting the concepts right is what matters. So that's what I'll be talking about today. And there's a lot of more scientific thinking that goes into this thing. But let's put that aside and let's get into it. First things first, let's just we'll be replicating this. I'll not overthink it. So frame, and I like to name my layer, so let's call this frame. Even if I don't text, send, enter, let's use oh my god, what font are we using? I have so many fonts sometimes. You know why isn't enter? Isn't enter? 7 can use 20 here. Be bolder. Yeah. And shift A. So most times when you see this, you can see this is solo, is on its own. But most times when you see bento grid, they are mostly with other interactions, other bento grid as well. So you have to like get your layout right. This one I was just exploring, so I didn't really think about sorry, I didn't really keep in mind the size and everything. It just has to look good for me. But in some other scenarios, looking good might not be enough. You might need to like do the right thing. So give it a curve radius, curve radius, curve radius, curve radius, curve radius 12. And yeah, it's looking so different already, even though I'm getting the color here, so it's 20%. Is that enough? It just looks off, even though I took the color from it. I think this background is not there yet, so background from this. Okay, looking similar now. Let's drag it like this. 27 both sides. Okay, not bad. What next? We need to get this logos right. If you can see, there's a logo. There's like some white in there. I've been playing around with like lights in Figma, making some illustrations in Figma, and so you come over to plugins here. You type in brand fetch brand. Wait, this is where you get the logos of companies you're gonna use. It can be Facebook, Meta, the same thing. So you see this LinkedIn. So I'm just gonna go here to LinkedIn. I'll get LinkedIn black one. SVG. Make sure it's SVG. Very important. Because in the SVG of LinkedIn, as you can see, these are LinkedIn just like here, and here it has one logo stuff. So I'm gonna delete that stuff because I don't want it in my design. And now we're going to this SVG. We're gonna copy it a bit. Yes, it's 127 by 127. Now it's a square. And with that done, you can give it Control Alt G to give it a frame. Call it LinkedIn, and you can give Shift A. Press. So what I did here, press this thing, press Control or Command or whatever you're using in your laptop, and give it padding. That's it there. And this is fixed. This is also org. What I said, this is also fixed. So you now give it round. Yeah, you can see it's not that fine, but what you cannot do now is just K, and you can like make this smaller a bit, so 0.5. Now it looks better, right? Now we can now give it more extra V. You can give it extra spacing again. I think 32 is okay. From being 32 here, you can now give it on that frame again. Control Alt G. Or you can just do Shift A. Shift A again will give it on that frame too. and that frame is gonna have and that this thing, and now you cannot reduce it. So that one you can give this one, and that's 0. Impact was in my layer, so it calls on frame. And yeah, the more space you want is the more padding you give it. Basically, that's how it is. And for that one, for now, the inner one, you know what? Let me see. I just name everything I do. I just name it frame. So it's neater, but also can be very confusing at times. Now we've done that already. Now we want to get this light effect on this thing here. What I just did was that I came over here to fill. No, come to plus. From that plus, go to this here. I'm gonna give it FFF. It gives white. FFF white. You can now turn it around. Do it like this. Do it like that. 20%. You can increase it to 40%. Okay, it's getting the look already. Now that's not enough. What again do we do? We also added the stroke there to make the light is coming from that side. So we come over to stroke. It's linear. FFF. FFF. Given all the stroke size 0%, so it looks as if it's fading in. Come over here to this one here. Come over here. Now it's looking like it, but now that stroke, where's the stroke? Where's the stroke? Yeah, it's looking too strokey, so we cannot reduce it. Like, okay, oh, you know, you're fine, oh, but we cannot be using too much. One is okay, so 60% is okay. Yeah, the vibe looks fine to me. But yeah, so this frame, then from frame, what do we do? Yes, as you can see, we're using a fill there before. Now one thing else we can do again is I can give it another frame. We can bring this one down. We can now give this one like a gradient. Before, so you can hide this one just to see some things that the gradient looks like before we add the light on top of it. Now, this gradient, we want it to be as it's like a disc where there's dark side, and in the middle there's bright side. What we do now is like we'll give it dark side, bright side, bright side. So we're gonna give it 0, 0, 0. Give it another plus. Give it like FFF, yeah. And let's see, how does that look? Yeah, I think I'm making a mistake somewhere, but right now it's looking nice. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking nice. Not gonna lie, it's looking nice, bro. It's looking nice. Wow, bro, this looks nicer than I imagined. But now, if you give it more brightness, you'll see it's not the best right now. But wow, this looks nice. It's mistakes like this that make you make some things that are like, wow, bro, I did that. You can now give the brightness again if you want the brightness a bit more. But right now, okay, this is another way to do it. I didn't do this last time, but yeah, you just need to understand the principle, and you can just tweak some things around the way you like. Now, instead of giving layer blur, look at layer blur is going to what? This is layer blur. It's going to affect it. Give it background blur. So now, what the idea is that since this is the opacity is reduced 20, so you can see what is behind it. If you give it an example, now you can see that over here it is. Yeah, if you reduce it, it will show. Well, yeah, that's the effect we want to give it. Something that make it like look cool. Now you can now duplicate it and duplicate it. Yeah, so that is the first step. Well, now these things are so big, but let's not focus on how big they are. Now let's focus on text. So the text I used here was what text did I use there? Where's my part 2? Bricolage grotesque. Okay, bricolage grotesque. Text. Bricolage. I think it's a paid font. It's not a paid font, but you can get it online for free, I guess. Integrate with your favorite tools. And when you say the tools, you name the tools in. Favorites. Sometimes you're like, which language are you? Which spelling are you using? Are you gonna use American spelling or UK spelling? Stress. So now, I'm not going to think too much about this one. Let's just give it like 16. Come over to lorem ipsum, lorem ipsum. 5 paragraph. We don't need that much. So we're just in like even sentences. Sorry. Figma to sorry. We need words. I think like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 12. Like 15 words. 15 words. Generate. See, not that hard. And you just bring it down here. Okay, we could have 10 would have been 20 would have been better. But anyways, this works. Now we can reduce the spacing. So for when I have paragraph text like this, I give it 150% line height to make it more spacious. Reduce the distance by, let's say, 60%. Yeah. Give it shift A, call it content. This thing, when needs to still reduce the size of distance. So what I'm going to do right now is use one components. Shit, what I just do? Components. So for saying shit, I wasted myself. Stop using bad words on camera. So you can reduce it and see all of them reduce together. So that's how components work. We don't use components in Figma. We really need to get the hang of that stuff because it is the breadroot of so many interactions you can do. And yeah, you can get this on a curve. You can bring this one over here. And you can bring this one over here. So that's free. If you wonder what I do, that I could scale it. K is the key to get to this thing. You can scale correctly. And when you use V, you just use like normal text. You can highlight and you can scroll stuff. So that's something. Not everybody knows how to use that stuff very well, but it is very helpful too. Yeah, so that's something. Yeah, honestly, you might not get the exact look I did in this one, but anyways, that's okay. We have this. So now what I normally do is like I clip the visual parts together, visuals, and I clip the text together. So I'm going to clip text here right now. So this visual part, I'm going to like label it. But before I do that, I want to draw these lines that I'm going to use. So line 1 is what? L. Give it like 3 or 5. 5 is okay. Okay, so this is it. It's like you align it together. Give it 0. Exactly. So the problem is that most of these things, like, it's really very hard to. It's not very hard, but it's really quite hard to get them to work the way you want it to work. Sometimes I do this. Other times I turn into like a. So I'm going to like duplicate it because I never know which one I'll need later on. So this is a stroke. I'm going to convert it to flatten. The outline stroke they call it. Yeah, outline stroke. So now do it again. So and now it can meet at the middle here. And that's one. For the second one, what do we do? This is the main distance. I'll not use that. That's the main components. You can see it has this thing. And if you click on this one, this is the main one. This is the children components. Yeah, that's it there. But the problem is that okay, you know what? Let's keep going. P, draw the one for this other one. So done. Give it like 5. Give it like 5. Okay, bigger. So what I'm doing here, if you don't get what I'm doing, I'm just making it look better on this thing, and I want this to come and meet this. Yeah, that's it there. So now that we have that, we can now duplicate this. Press Shift H to turn to the other side, or you just do left click, flip horizontal, do this, does the same thing, and you have this here, and now you have that, and now you're going to just align all of this, and press Control Alt G to give the frame, Control R to rename, call it visual. And you have the visual already, you have the content here, you have the visual there. Now you're going to do this again, Shift A, now it's an auto layout, call it Bento. Yeah, and let's reduce this 40. Now that's 40. Yeah, and this is there. You can get something like fixed. Because what you want to do now, we need to press Control again and give each of them their own padding, and give this thing fixed. I mean, so it will be spacious. and the space is too much. This is too much. If you feel is looking terrible right now, we're gonna just come over here and steal the color we used last time. Yep. Yay, looking good, brother. This one can be like this, and this visual too can also be like. That's why this now you can drag it like this. It's not gonna nothing open. You can clip it. It's not gonna be obvious that you clip this thing out of here. And yeah, so we've gotten the idea of how this thing looks like. We can reduce the opacity of each of these things. If you notice, some of these ones we use stroke, some of these ones we use line, some we use stroke again. This stroke can work for this one. So problems that I experienced the problem with using stroke for that one, but so I don't want this look to have to be too long, guys. I did 15 minutes already. God, I beg. So let me show you how I get this back. I'll just get this background done. So I have this thing on my Figma community. Let me show you. Open this. And so Abdusalam. So this, yeah, 10 grid background. So it's free. Fair enough. Wow, people are using it. Mad. So open a Figma. I'm gonna open it on my own end. Let me just open it on my own end. So grid. Grid. Grid background. So that's it. So this should be mine. Yeah, this is Pebble Salam. So design, and you see the different grid patterns I put out there for you guys to try out. But what I'm gonna use, I'm gonna take the one I put. What's this? This one I put here. Okay, yeah, this one. Let's use this one. Grid with stars. Just copy it. Ctrl C. Take it back to your Bento tutorial, and paste it here. Now you see we can really do all things with this. We can shift X, change the distance there, shift X again. Now what I'm gonna do is what am I gonna do? So press enter, bring out the grid. This one we can delete this here. Now we can come over here again, and think. So I don't need so much grid, so I can just this with the background. What else do I need? So now there's this plugin that Oguziag is made recently, and I'm just gonna like duplicate something. So over here, yeah. So that's the center. I like how this thing works. Control. So yeah. So now you just convert your plugin and you look for randomizer, random picker. Yeah, who made it? I can't remember who made it. Probably Oguziag. You're not gonna like look for I mean cubes. Actually, we're selecting the squares. How many of them do we want to select? So you're just gonna come over here and like think, what percent of the squares of this thing we selected? How many percent of it? So I'm gonna pick like maybe 7%. Exactly, yes. Everything is not perfect. It's random, obviously, but if you notice, some of them are close to each other, and I don't want that. I didn't want them to break apart from each other big time. So maybe I'll copy it. I'll copy it and I'll come over to some other one and like paste to replace, and this one I'm going to take it back to change X. Yeah, I want it to be as random as possible, but it's not always perfectly random the way I would like. That's power of random. Random is like you don't know what you want, but you know that it gives some details. When it's random, it looks like you're a professional. So that's some way. So now you can now come over here. Then come over where? So now you can now like we have two options. We can either, let me just duplicate this, put this aside. I like duplicating things aside so I can always go back to the previous one. And you can now you come over here, relax and flatten selection. You notice that we our problem is what's the problem? Fill. It affect the fill. That's problem with flatten selection. So let's go back. I want to change the color of the fill first. Okay, there's a fill there. So give me 1 second, okay. I want to give each of these things. So I'm gonna give it flatten. So fill. Now it's not doing the way I want it to be, but like this. So now the stroke adjusts distance, right? This is a stroke, is adjusting the lines, and then when we come over here, you see selection. The stroke is that one. No, let's make the stroke. Let's give the stroke red. So that's red for the stroke. If you come over to selections, you see this one here. It attacks only this one, only the highlighted this thing. But if you come over here and you go and press fill, to attack the whole thing. So be careful with that. That's something I realized I didn't mention earlier. So with that said, I'm just gonna enter, not enter. I'm gonna bring out this thing from the grid because this grid is not useful to us anymore. I'm gonna adjust the color soon. Just wanted to show you guys something. So bring it over here. And before I adjust the color, let's just give this one green. We need green. Okay, we have green. Okay, escape. We're gonna just use our eyes. Maybe 2. This 2 is too much. 1 is okay. This here is shit. I told you. I say you don't do that, and I'm gonna end up doing it. So you press this thing. You want like I guess this thing was helpful at the end of the day. Shit. So Control Alt G, just to give it a grid. So now when we just select it, you cannot attack this one. If you don't attack it on the zone, you affect the whole thing. So yeah, this is not so bad. We'll soon change it soon. But for now, I want to show you something that's very important and nobody understands very well. It took me a while to get this thing to. You want this thing to be fitting like this in the background. What that means is I have to use a mask. How does mask work? You're gonna take a frame or rectangle, drag it around there. So we're gonna look for the size we want. So this rectangle, we want something smaller, like this. I'm just stealing from this here. So just a bit like this. A bit like this. What I'm doing, you may not understand. That's okay. Right now, I'm just going to drag this one on top of it. Like I can see, it's not on top. This is the rectangle. You can rename it to mask. This grid we're working with. So we're going to drag this grid all the way above the rectangle. We're not going to align everything together. You can center align if you want to. And we're not going to give it over here, giving mask, or you can use as mask over here. You can see that stays within the mask we made. Now with that mask we made, now we can now come over to effects. We can give it layer blur, and we can now give it blur. That makes it look as if it is blurring. Now this is not easy to do regularly, so using a mask is the fastest way I found to do it regularly. I'm saying rubbish, don't mind me. So now from there, you just come over here to bring it over to the mask, and that is it there. Give it absolute positioning, give middle, give it top, and you can see now it is affecting the whole look. It's looking terrible. Background, yep, that works. Now this Bento grid, we're going to give it clip container, so it's going to look like a normal, regular, sensible stuff. So now you can see this is the mask group. You can call it grid mask BG, so you can always identify your layers. Bring it all the way down with beads, make it fade a bit. If you want to adjust it and it's not looking the way you want it to be, click on this mask stuff and you can like, okay, how masky do you want it to mask? How much mask do you want to mask? And you can see it's not so bad. So now if you want to reduce the opacity, so you can always come over it, like pass through 10 this thing. So to adjust the opacity, you can just come at 5, 7, 9, 2, 3, 5. You know, that's different ways you can do about it. Now this thing here, yeah, so you've selected that already, grid mask. Now if you want to adjust the colors further, you can just come over here to the grid mask thing, and you can select the color you want to adjust, and you can just come over here and see. I think this is the, so this is the line. We want it to be more white. White is not fine. We want it to be more greenish white, sort of. I don't like how it is. I think the background blur I put for it is too much. Yeah. You know what? It is all tweaking. I'm trying to be perfectionist here right now. That's it. You can select this one too. You can adjust the color you up there, and yeah, that's something you can do. What else? So we've done that already. Now the animation. How do we make it animate like this? Where is it? Part 2. Shift spacebar inside this here. Yeah, that requires to like talk about animation a bit. So let's do that. This grid mask, I'm gonna lock it. It's going to stop us any further. This one, so we're gonna give it like 30% opacity. I'm gonna bring it out first. Now this line, we're just going to animate it, this too. This one we can always adjust it to shift 8 and to adjust when we do that. Okay. Anyways, moving forward, let's start with this middle one. This middle one, we're gonna give it this is okay. We're gonna get a circle. But depending on what the one animations will be looking like, we can make it this. Yeah. We're gonna give it effects. We're gonna give it layer blur. Layer blur. We're gonna give it feel. It has to be bright enough to look like a glow behind, and then we're gonna select this stroke, duplicate it, and call this one back. Call the other one mask, or you can call this one at the back. Call it main line. So that's line. This ellipse, and call this one. This call it ellipse, the glow. One thing, this is important. It's not so important that you can do this if you don't. You can get it right if you don't do that. It's like it helps you not make mistakes, and you need to track back and find your mistake easily. So you mask it the same way we did that mask previously, and now you can call it line one, of line middle, and what this does now is that you can now come over here. This glow, if it's not bright enough, you can always brighten it with the mask. This line, so we can always reduce it. You can see this is how it's going to be like. In fact, that line at the back, you don't need it. You just need it like to guide it, and this is how it's going to be like moving around. So we're going to move it back, and we're going to like now give this line middle a component. I'm going to give it variance. Shift A. I'm going to give this one all the way up there. I'm going to give this one the other part, give it all the way down. Yeah, baby. I'm going to give it like a prototype. I'm going to give it down. Yeah. On, so now this is after delay. That's the magic there. After delay is going to be like, let's see, after 100 milliseconds. That's a 0.1 second. 0.1 second. Yeah. It's going to be smart animate and ease out. You can make it slow 1800. That's 1.8 seconds. So that's going to be like, and this one too, take it back to this one. Now the magic is here. You're gonna get after delay 1 millisecond. No, sorry, this one should be, the first one should be after delay of 1 millisecond. We want it to be fast, but someone is going back, we want it to wait like a few seconds, so that's 100 milliseconds. And want it to be smart animate or instant. No, we want it to be instant, not smart animate, and that's it. So now if you come over here and you go back to design mode and you duplicate this and bring it over here and bring it, be careful, be careful when you drag it. You have to be careful when you drag it. You're gonna select this one here again. You're gonna give this one at the edge. Don't make the center, give it at the edge, bring it all the way down, because you're aligning based on that one. If you're confused, I need to watch it again. I'll give the Figma file below so you can check it out to understand. And now let us play it and let's see. Shift enter. This is it. That's it. You see, that's the magic there. Now it's not looking fine because it is green, so you can always change the glow to be what you want. Instead of green, you can use white. And now if you play it again, just for the sake of understanding, shift enter. You see it. Yeah, it's very subtle. I'm wondering why. I'm guessing because it is so that's 20. I'm not sure why it's not so vibrant. Maybe because it's slow. So if you want to make it faster, you know what you do now. You just move it here. Instead of 1.8 seconds, you can make it 1000 milliseconds. That's it. That's what you do. Besides that, now let's go to the next one. If I've shown you how to do the first one, this next one is not that hard. In fact, it's not hard at all. It's most likely the same method, so you can just come over here to steal the glue from this one. Control C, paste it here. That's the glue, and you're doing basically the same thing. So you can call it vector, you can call it curve line. The line has to be at the back, so you can call this line Yeah, I'm gonna mask it with it. So I'm gonna like mask it. So you see that here. And now the problem now that we have to realize is that this is a circle. Are we gonna animate it like this? I'll come like this. Yeah, so you can see it's not so bright. Why is it not bright? Is it the layer blue? I'm really surprised it's not bright. Mask group, curve line. Oh, yeah, curve line. Oh yeah, so the pass through of this thing is. Oh, I see. The pass is the pass through. So if you put the pass through of the mask, but the mask actually. So I was wondering why it was not bright. You can adjust that if you want to. For now we can leave this the way it is, and you can just like return this thing back to this, and so you're gonna give it components, give it this here, you shift A just to make sure it's there, and you're gonna give it like default, the same thing we did last time. Now we're gonna give it prototype, this one to this one, after delay of 1 millisecond, give it smart animate slow, give you 1000, I'm telling you 1000. I'm sorry that I'm singing, and I know you like my voice. And 31 minutes already. How is time so fast? So give it 1 millisecond, 1 millisecond. So I'm think. You see this problem when I'm tense, I can't think well again. So 1 millisecond instance. Yep. So I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. Can't do rubbish. 1 millisecond, smart animate, go back. 1 millisecond instance, go back. Yeah, that instant, the point of the instance is that it will not show you animating going back. It's just going back instantly. It's not come back down. That's why you see the looping effect. If you don't do that instance, it's not going to loop well. And that's the magic trick over there. And you come over here, you bring it out. Shit. Okay, sorry for saying shit. Salam, please. So now you're gonna give this, since they're the same thing, you're just gonna like animate to the left hand side of it, animate top, and you can see they're the same thing there. And sometimes you may want to leave this thing behind for them. So yeah, so let me just go to this first one I did. You know, this thing was the pass through was what? The pass through. So I'm taking the pass through to 100% back. This one to 100%. Yeah, and this one, now that we've done this over here, mask group, duplicate, Ctrl T, Shift H, and left align. Now we're gonna make Bento. I'm gonna Shift Enter. Oh my god. Upside, what have you done? What have you done? Sometimes it cannot just work. Sometimes it can be working well, but it's not just working well. So let's just cross check again. Oh yep, we didn't move it. See my life. So this is glow here, and the glow is still over there too. So we didn't move it. So it's gonna, yeah. Sorry. So bring it down. It's not gonna be perfect. Unlike a straight line, that was easier. It's not gonna be as perfect as you want it to be. So come over here again. Let's see. You can see. That's it. So you can see it now, and you can see this one is too bright because I used for this ones now. What did I do to the mask group? Curve line, I gave it like 90%. For this one, I give it 100%. So we can go back to the mask group of this one. I'm giving 90. So you can cancel it again and play one more time. Shift Enter. And that's how to make it in Figma. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm going to leave the duplicatable line in the description below so you can check it out for yourself. With that said, I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Bye.